latest few videos, I have stuck with Keegan for now. I'm not going to do all Uber Keegans. I just wanted to do one. And then, so I'll do this as I talk. I did a 45 flame elementium to 1,000 plus flame elementium. And a common theme with how insanely lucrative things were was Keegan was by far the most profitable. So with the current price of Keegan encounters being less than one flame elementium per, that's 8 for this one because Doom is 5 flame elementium each. So what we have is 250 standard Keegans, of which I'm hoping to make a incredibly large amount of currency. Should be interesting. After that video, I finished crafting my weapons, and I've come to a realization that 2.1 billion per hit is the maximum that you can do. So that's interesting. And as a result, that was far easier than last time I did it. So I think I was doing about 2 billion damage before, and now my minimum hit seems to be about 3 to 4 times more. So I should be dealing around about 6 to 8 billion DPS. I'll quickly show you my gear. So I've got 2 of these weapons, both self-crafted. This one was really cheap because I got the +2 spell within about 3 or 4 rolls. This one was more expensive because it took, I think, 11, so 220 flame elementium just for that mod. The other 5 mods, probably, I don't know, 10 flame elementium total. These rings, self-crafted. Crit damage is the Restless mod. I think I got that on the first roll, so that ring probably 20 FE for the base, 20 for the crit strike damage, and maybe 5 for the rest. This one hitting the elemental damage I think took a couple, so that was probably 100 FE. Self-crafted boots, that was really easy to craft, maybe 10 flame elementium total. Gloves are stuffed up. I haven't finished those. I need to do the gear percent so it gets more armor. Chest, this is what I stuffed up on. So Ellie res, cold res, tier 1. However, that's enough for me to hit res cap. I bought this and corroded it. I think it was like 50 flame elementium. I bought this helmet with memory cards. It was 120 flame elementium. It rolled really, really good. Then I corroded it and that turned to shit. Winter of Origin, bought this for 5 or 9 or something. Unidentified, corroded it, got 8 stacks. So that's really good. So that's all of my gear. Most of it's self-crafted. So if you self-craft things, it'll be far cheaper because these rings will be about 250 to 300 flame elementium each on the market. Wands will be about the same. Pretty much anything with 6 tier 1 good affixes is going to be 200 to 300 flame elementium, or with a good weapon sometimes they go for like 500, which is insane. So self-craft all of your own shit. It's incredibly boring but incredibly rewarding. My hero relic I tried the double engram 130% memory effect. However, the minion crit strike rating just gave too much. So I went back to that. I've got a minion damage, minion life crit strike rating, and a minion life 10% self-destruct. All three of the second affix, I guess, all seemed to do about the same when I was testing it ages ago. What is that? I don't know what that is. Whoops. That's under... you can install unidentified stuff. Cool. Let's just ID that real quick. I don't know what it is. ID all. Where was it? That. Might be useful. I don't know. Anyway, not going to use it. Because I can't really test my damage anymore unless I unequip some gear. What else? What else? What else? Quick look at passives. Alchemist. Machinist. Got a machines. Using Mighty Guard for +3 minion skill level. Minion skill level seems to be the best thing ever. My skills, you see my spider tank's level 33, 350 FE for one more level. Doesn't seem that great. However, I'll probably get it eventually. Compound potion, I will be activating that, maybe. Second one with Mark instead of Tendon Slicer. Some defenses, mobility, life regen, mana regen with a talent that's actually life regen as well. Auras, selfless, I don't need to benefit, so minus 15% sealed mana is fantastic. And auto defense with restrain, frost shield. This is a recent change. Minus 51% physical damage taken, minus 51% fire damage taken. That's pretty insane. I've just put on Stone Skin. It's only level 16, so it's not 20 yet. Absorbs 1200 damage. It's pretty good. And Reform gives you another barrier. So that's the build. I don't think I've missed anything. Pack scripts, just all damage because I'm doing bosses with Whisper Wind, Smitey Snail Flower, and Sparkle. Alright, let's do one more normal, and then I'll either speed up or I will edit out all of the extra stuff. After this one, I will just go over the cost as well. As I said before, it's incredibly cheap to do these right now. It seems that every man and his dog is doing the strategy where you just use the Dark Surge card in your maps, and that makes you so much profit. Although edicts were 5 flame elementium each, and now they're less than 1. So all that potential profit that you maybe were getting before just doesn't exist anymore. As you can see, I do a fair bit of damage. Pick up all of the legendaries or uniques that you find, because in Keegan they can be double corrupted. I got a chest in my last test which was double corrupted, and it sold for 500 flame elementium, and I had no idea that it had dropped at the time. Alright, looking at the cost and how to get these, you go down to Beacon, Void Sea. No, that's I hate Void Sea. It is so crap. Edicts. Oh, they're so expensive. No, go to unit price, all prices, maximum. I just did 0.99. I bought them all, so there's probably not going to be any. However, let's just go to 20 pages. So I've bought them all for right now, but in a day there's going to be heaps. So one flame elementium each. There is more than you can possibly run, which is insane. Absolutely mental. You can run these all day long if you want. So it's one. Check this one. Highlight the same price. One. Check the next one. Highlight price. One again. So it's 3 flame elementium to do a standard Keegan. If you do Doom, I thought about running these, although how easy it is now. I'm waiting for the price of these to come down a little bit more. I don't want to pay. I want a guaranteed profit off every one. It looks like there's some 6s, or there's a couple more 5s. I might look at the end of this test and see if I can pick up a bunch of 5s. Oh, what was that? Oh, yeah, more 5s. I'm going to favorite that, actually. And probably get it at the end. The reason that is insane, if you do a shit ton of damage, is because a guaranteed drop if you do Doom is the Familiar Nexus. And this is what everyone wants to drop. Unit price, max of 10. Ooh, they're up for 9. Interesting. So 9 or 10. 10 they sold pretty quick yesterday. The price is coming down with the price of everything else coming down. So when you're doing a strategy, you really need to look at what the cost is to run it, what the cost is of the guaranteed drop, and go from there. What was that one? 20. Yeah, so that's just under 10. I'll probably be selling these for 9 because I want the cash. So, yeah, Familiar Nexus, very good. If you spend 5 on the Doom, 1 on the other 3, guaranteed drop as a Nexus. So, if you're selling for 9, I guess tax is going to take you 1 profit. However, if you're just running the other 3, it's 3 FE costs per run. I have got so 250, well, 249 of each left. I just ran 1. This will be a 250 plus 1 Uber Keegan run. Let's see how much profit we get. I better put my... Actually, no, you don't really get Flame Elementium. It's all about the Familiar Nexus. I have 3. I'm going to put those in the bank and see what we get. Pretty good start. That Everlasting Cloud that just dropped is 15 Flame Elementium unidentified, so I'm going to sell it for 14. Alright, so I have no Nexus in my inventory, and my gear tab is blank, so super easy to track how much we make. I'll see you at the end. Takes about 40 seconds per run. G'day everyone, I've just noticed something in this fight which will cut off a couple of seconds from your run if you do this little trick. If you've seen any of my other videos, every time I do this fight I dash up to the top whenever I do the next part. However, if you dash down here, you also can't get hit, and drop down a portal. Ah, oh, come on, minions. You can see all the loot. Oh, as long as you can click on it. Ah, oh, God, I suck at clicking. Anyway, you can see all the loot. You can just drop a portal and be done with the encounter. And you also spawn a tiny little bit closer. Yeah. G'day everyone. Just after testing that, you can see the loot. You just can't click it. So if you dash here, you can't actually click the loot because I think your clicking starts about here. So I can't actually click that. From here, you can't see it all. You can collect it though. From here, you can't see it all, and from here you can't see it all either. So, bit annoying, but anyway, back to it. G'day everyone, just a quick update. I'm on run number 50 now. I'm not really smashing them out very quickly. Just doing them at a nice chill pace. We've had one Flaming Evil, that's 7 Flame Elementium, unidentified. Couple of Fleeting Skies, I don't think they were worth anything. Everlasting Flames, if they corrode, they're worth something. I don't know, well that's not doing that. Couple of Undercurrents, heaps of these gloves that are absolute worthless. Illusory, I'm not sure what they're worth. They're worth a little bit. Cool. What's unidentified worth? 6. Yeah, sweet. And where are they? 24 out of 50. So we've got 250 total. So it's about 50% drop rate. So if we get a 50% drop rate, 125 times 10, we're going to make a stupid amount of currency. Even at 9, divided by 8, paying 140 in tax, minus 140, minus the cost, 535 FE profit. It's going to be about 100 FE an hour profit, which this late in the league seems pretty decent. Yeah, and it's such a simple fight. Let's just time one. Put it over the chat just in case there's some gold sellers. It always is. It's so annoying. Why would you buy Flame Elementium when it is this easy to make? Bum, 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 bum. Let's go up here, smash his brains in. I love these new weapons. They are pretty insane. My drop rate at the start wasn't great. I think from the first 25 runs I had 4 Nexus drop. However, another good one is if you die there, when you respawn in town, it respawns you at the portal. So a few seconds saved there as well. So around about 50 seconds a run, 60 seconds if you run back. But yeah, I'll see you in 50 runs. Alrighty, we've just completed our 100th Keegan. I've been putting them up on the trade house as we got 10. So I've got 40 up and I just sold 10. So out of 100 runs, we've had 50 Familiar Nexus drop. Remembering that the entire run was 250 times 3. Yeah, so 250 times 3. For some reason I thought it was 450, but it's 750 cost. So divided by 9.5. We need 79 drops. So in the last 150, I need another 28, which, you know, should be fine. And yeah, so we'll keep cracking on. I've also got a bunch of armors and stuff that I haven't price checked yet, and a couple of bad double corruptions. So yeah, see you in another 50. Alright, just a really quick update. We have 100 left. That means we have done 150. We have been selling the Nexus as we went. I sold 1 for 95 and the rest have sold for 10 each. So we've sold 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I have put these 10 up for 105 to make up for that stack of 9.5. That'll be an average of 10. And we have 5 in here. So 150 done, exactly a 50% drop rate. I'm learning a bit as we go. I was listing the Everlasting Clouds for 14 FE unidentified. However, the minimum for an identified pair is also 14. And if you get a high-ish dexterity roll, they sell for 33. So identify these. And so these were all unidentified, selling for 14. This one sold for 33. And this one sold for 33. Anything over like 55 dex is 33 flame elementium. All right, so I'll keep cracking on. We've had a couple of extra drops. Corroded that to try and hit big dex. It was already it's 40 to 60, so 60 roll is for flame elementium as well, and a couple of other things that people are saying these don't sell anymore, but yeah, they're not selling a lot of quantity. But anyway, stop crapping on. Cheers. Good evening, everyone. So we are finally on the last Tidemaster, Keegan. I was going to do a Doom, however, there was a patch today and the market prices seem to be all over the place. So when I checked earlier, the price of the keys were back up to 4 flame elementium each, and the price of the familiar nexus were up to 30 flame elementium. However, considering in just the 3 hours since I last looked, nexus have come back down to about 12 flame elementium, and the keys are on their way back down to 1 each. I'm not too worried anymore about the results of this test. I've just been slapping the gloves up for 20 because I have no idea what they're actually worth. These are all ones that you could corrode that and that could become positive attack damage. This one is positive. I thought maybe, 8. None of the gloves have actually sold. This is probably my best pair that I've had. I had it up for 200, now 150. It'll probably go for 1. Who knows? But it's a little bit interesting anyway. I had extra edicts, so I just slapped them on the market so I could have 250 in my inventory. And with the patch today, they actually sold. So let's not count that at all. A couple of the Proof of the Brave sales still happening. That's my next video. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 110, Amber and Familiar Nexus have sold, with 3 still in the trade house. So they all sold for an average of 10. So that was 113 times 10. So 1130 divided by 8 for tax is 141. So 1130 minus 141 gives us 986 profit. Well, not profit, income, minus the 750 that it cost to do, brings us to 239 flame elementium. All right, here is a summary of everything we've got. So we got 113 Familiar Nexus, which sold for 10 Flame Elementium each. I sold some for 10.5. I sold some for 10, so let's just call it 10 flat. Flaming Evil, I had 8 of those drop, selling those unidentified for 7 Flame Elementium each. I had 10 Everlasting Clouds drop. Now there was about 4 or 3 that sold for 16, some that sold for 14, some that sold for 33, for an average of 8.4 Flame Elementium each. So that's another 161 Flame Elementium. Winter is Near, I had 3 drop. They sell for 3 FE each. Unidentified, so another 8 Flame Elementium after tax. So the minus 141, 7, 23, and 1 are the tax. And that brings us to a total for this test of 1,207 Flame Elementium minus the 750 Flame Elementium cost to run the 250 Keegans, giving us a final profit of 457 Flame Elementium. This took me about probably 5 hours total. So it's not the best profit in the world. I didn't get any sticks. So the sticks helmet sells for over 100. I didn't get another lucky chest drop or any double corroded this time. However, we still made really good profit. If we have a look at the cost of the edicts at the moment, after the patch today, I probably wouldn't touch this for a couple of days until the market sorts itself out. So I was buying these at a max of 0.99 because I wanted to pay less than 1 each, and there's just nothing up at the moment. They're all like 2 to 3 to 4 each. And the Familiar Nexus are still only 10 Flame Elementium each. So I would probably avoid this for a couple of days until the market sorts itself out. So 10, 11, 13, 14. I had mine up for 15. They didn't sell. I'm going to guess that they're just going to sell for 10 once the market sorts itself out again. But like Edict of Doom, they're back up to ridiculous prices. Yeah, so unfortunately the market's a bit skewed right now. But it seems to be only these that is like that. So in a couple of days, these will all sort themselves out. And I'm sure it will be profitable again. So yeah, that was a pretty chill set of bosses. Highly recommend it once the market sorts itself out. All you need to do is I did 250 runs and I got 113 Familiar Nexus, so it's approximately 50% drop rate. I think for the first 150 I had 75 drops, so it was exactly a 50% drop rate. So all you need to do is calculate what the 3 edicts costs, not the Doom. Edicts, if they cost 1 each, 1 times 3, your total cost is 3 FE per. And if the Nexus is selling for 10, then you're making approximately 7 profit every drop. However, it's taking you 2 runs to collect, 2 runs. So 6 FE cost for 10 income. And then you want to do 10 divided by 8, which is the tax. So 10 divided by 8, 1.25 in tax. 1.25. So of your 4 FE profit, you are getting 2.75 after tax profit. for every 2 runs, which is pretty good because they take anywhere from 40 seconds to a minute per run. If you're spamming them, I just did them on the train on the way to work and back, so it was pretty chill. And a good boss fight if you have enough damage. If you don't have a lot of damage, I do about 5 billion DPS. It can be a bit tedious, however, it's still pretty chill. My next video will be looking at Winter of Origin. And yeah, I'll probably make that one right now. And that'll be up in a day or so. Thanks very much for watching.